Hello everyone and welcome to today's class. So we are going to be discussing lesson 1 and lesson 2, lesson 3 2 of the Brighter Grammar book 1. Today is book 1, so we are going to go first with lesson 1. Let's go over to parts of speech now. We use words when we speak or write a language. In English grammar, we study the use of English words. Now, words are used when you speak or when you write a language. Now, in the English grammar, we study the use of these English words to speak or to write. Let's continue. We see how we change the words and how we arrange them to make sentences that other people understand. We say that English words are of 8 kinds. If we want to decide which kind a word is, we ask ourselves, what work does this word do in the sentence? The answer tells us which box the word comes from. These 8 boxes are the 8 parts of speech. Now English is of 8 kinds, just as the way we have our body. So let's use the part of our body. We have the whole body, then we have parts of the body. We have the hand, and each part of the body has its own function. Each part of the body has its own function. Just the same way the English words have 8 parts that has its own function. It functions in different ways in a sentence. Let's move on. Now we're going to be looking at noun first. We have 8 parts of speech and one of them is nouns. So let's look at the word from the biggest box now. What work does a noun do in a sentence? It is a word that we use to name a person or people or an animal or a thing or an idea. Now what are nouns? Nouns are basically naming words. Like it stated there, a noun is a word that names anything. A noun is a word that names anything in particular, anything. A noun is a word that names anything. It could be a person, it could be an animal, it could be a thing, it could be a place, it could be an idea, it could be an emotion. A noun is basically a naming word. So this exercise, we are going to do it together. Write down words that name 6 people, 6 animals, 6 things. So I'm going to wait for you to write them. You're going to write 18 words in total. 6 words that name people. It could be teacher, man, daughter, officer. Just 6 words that name people. Then 6 words that name animal. It could be cat, dog, tiger, lion. Just name 6. Then 6 things. 6 words that name things. Could have chair, table, house, book. Just name 6 things and I'll wait for you. Okay, so let's move on. Exercise B. Pick out the nouns that name people in these sentences. Pick out the nouns that name people in these sentences. So let's look at the sentence. Now the example that was given, those women are teachers in my school. What are the answers? Women, teachers, they name people. So let's continue to do the exercises together. Number 1, the boy saw his brother. Boy, brother. The teacher speaks to his pupils. Teacher, pupils. My sister is a clever girl. Sister, girl. That boy is my friend. Boy, friend. There is a man and a woman in the picture. Man, woman. 3 doctors work in this hospital. 3 doctors work in this hospital. Doctors. The children are staying with their uncle and aunt. Children, uncle and aunt. The man opened the door for his wife. Man, wife. My father and mother have asked my cousin to come and stay at our house. Father, mother, cousin. Let's move on. The soldiers marched through the town. Soldiers. That little girl is my daughter. Girl, daughter. Very good, daughter. The sailors were led by an officer. Sailors, officer. Good. A supermarket sells tea and sugar. There is no word that names people in this sentence. Let's move on. The chemist has a shop in that street. Chemist. So let's move on to the next exercise. Pick out the nouns that name things in these sentences. There is a pen on the desk. Pen, desk. The boy kicked the football through the goal. Football, goal. Put the chalk on the table. Chalk, table. On the plate there were some apples and oranges. Plate, apples, oranges. The car went quickly along the road. The car went quickly along the road. Car. There were some new pencils in the box. Pencils, box. You can buy tea and sugar at the shop. Tea, sugar, shop. There are 3 windows in this room. Windows. Let's move on. The bus is coming along the road. Bus. The driver stops the bus at the corner. Bus. The men are putting the boxes on top of the bus. Boxes, bus. The passengers are in their seats and the bus starts. Seat, bus. Open your books and read the words on the first page. Books, words, page. There aren't any nuts on that tree. Nuts, tree. The boy put too many nuts in his mouth. Nuts. So let's move on. Pick out the nouns that name animals in these sentences. There are 21 of them. Animals here include birds, fish, and insects. So let's move on. Number 1. The dog is running in the field. Dog. Look, the cat has caught a mouse. Cat, mouse. I saw lions and tigers in the zoo. Lions, tigers. The bird is singing in the tree. Bird. Try to keep flies and other insects away from the food. Flies, insects. Here is a hen with 12 chickens. Hen, chickens. We get milk from cows. Cows. There are horses and donkeys in the field. Horses, donkeys. The eagle is a very big bird. Eagle, bird. The kittens and the puppies were playing together. Kittens, puppies. A whale lives in the sea, but it isn't really a fish. Whale, fish. I am going now to feed the ducks and geese. Ducks, geese. Yeah, let's look at the next exercise. Here are some nouns that name ideas. Use one to complete each sentence. We have completed number one for you. So let's move on. Now we have journey, time, answer, peace, news, noise, prize, winter. What is the dash to this question? What is the answer to this question? And number two, in some countries, dash is a very cold season. Winter. We measure dash in hours. Time. What is the dash of those shoes? $40. Price. Everybody wants dash and not war. Peace. Please don't make so much dash. I'm trying to study. Noise. Have you heard the dash? The war has ended. News. They arrived at the end of their long journey. Sorry, I said the answer. They arrived at the end of their long dash journey. Okay, so let's move on. So this exercise, you're going to do this exercise itself. You can pause it. So you're going to pick out all the nouns in this story. There are 15 different nouns in them. Now there is no need to repeat a word, just 15 nouns. Only if they're repeated is one. So there are 15 nouns in them. So you're going to pick out all the nouns that are here and count them. 15 nouns. So we're going to move on to our lesson 2. You can check the next video. It will be posted next week. Nouns, singular and plural. It will be in our next lesson. Please stay tuned and don't forget to click the like and subscribe button.